Hello, and welcome back to another celebrity requested reading. It is June 26, 2026. It is 9:23 a.m. This will be a double feature. This will be a requested reading for John Cook and how does he feel about the hate that he receives, as well as John Cook, future children, legacy, and family purpose. All right, let's get down to it. All the cards have been pre-shuffled with him in mind. So let's get started with the Tattoo Tarot. Let's see. I'm actually going to use these in the Energy Oracle in the Action Guides. Okay. So here we go. What we got at the bottom of the deck. Wow. Okay. So the question at hand is, how does he feel about the hate that he receives? Okay. The Moon card. Let's talk about the Moon card. It's interesting that would be there. So we must talk about it, given the nature of the reading. It says night energies, twilight, reflecting light, illusions, deception, uncertainty, trickery, dishonest, danger, power of feeling, development, underground, undercover, or in the womb, hidden forces. So when it comes to how does he feel about the hate that he receives, um, he doesn't care for it. He doesn't, this isn't something that he appreciates. I don't think anybody would. Um, he does feel like there's hidden forces behind this that's making it spread even more. Okay. Almost like there's some type of agenda. Okay. With the Moon card being here. Let's see what else. Yep. Now we have the Seven of Cups right here. And the Seven of Cups is always about those choices, those fantasies, those delusion type of energies. So I think these two cards right here go hand in hand for him when it talks about how does he feel. I think he pretends as if it's not me. He pretends as if it's not him, meaning they're talking about another John Cook. They're not talking about him. Like, how could they feel this way about him? All right. That's how he feels about it. They got the wrong person. Can I get 3 cards via this Tattoo Tarot? How does John Cook feel about the hate that he receives? We're going to get all the cards out before we turn them over. These are the energy oracles. It's at the bottom. Okay, 6th chakra. Okay. Archangel Metatron, number 40. How? Yep. And then we got Happy Family. How does he feel about the hate that he receives? One more card, y'all, because we got a lot of cards to get through today. Ask your guides. Abundance. Still get that money. Feel how you feel. How does he feel about the hate that he receives? It's crazy. I didn't even know nobody was hating on a man like that. I guess it's all part of the territory, huh? Okay. So let's see what we got. Rescue. Oh. Yeah, he doesn't like it. And this is something that he has prayed about Because these right here are your extra guides, spiritual cards. And when rescue number 53 or 35 could be significant to him, with rescue being right here, this is something, when it becomes too much, this is something that he has talked about, you know, to spirit or whomever it is that he believes in. Um, it does become overwhelming sometimes, and he just be wanting a little help. Okay, this is something that he probably, with that moon card, he probably deal with it a lot at nighttime. When he's alone, he probably have his own thoughts to himself. But just, I think he goes back and forth with, it's not me. Like, how could they think it's me? It's not me. Oh, boy. Wow. We have number 30. And the 30, number 30, when it comes to the energy, Oracle cards talks about the garden and the gate. Okay. Now, this person on this particular card has a key. They has a key on their neck. Okay. And they're inside this beautiful garden, you know, but they can get away. They can get away. And I think that's why we got rescue and then we got garden right here. Let's read what this says. Remember, we had abundance right here earlier. It says, this card is a perfect young woman in a beautiful blossom garden with colorful flowers all around. However, the gate to the road outside the garden is locked. While the girl wears a key on a chain around her neck, this card upright bodes well for the financial scene. In fact, there may be lots of money or other personal pleasures coming your way at this time. But be aware, the choice to stay in seeming securely of loving garden may actually be motivated by habits or fears of the unknown. The beauty is exciting and with enjoying, worth enjoying, but you may not be giving your spirit the freedom to roam. While it's fine to amass a great deal of wealth, don't let it keep you from karmic knowing. Don't let it keep you from your karmic path or from living your truth. You have the choice to shift your focus, widen your spiritual perspective, and gain the world that is just outside the gate. So this person with this key has choices, but this person is also afraid of certain choices that they may make. The garden is beautiful, but there are paths out there. And it says sometimes you're afraid of the karmic. I think we are all afraid of the karmic, but you don't really know what the karmic path is until you go out there. I think he may not feel as if he'll be rescued, but yes, he will. All he has to do is ask for assistance. So when it comes to the hate, he definitely does not like it. He does not appreciate it. And sometimes it talks about money. This card also talks about money. He doesn't even want to go out sometimes because of this. I didn't know. I had no idea it was like this. He'd rather just stay behind. I didn't even know dude was getting hate like that. Hmm. Yeah, well, that's what it say. You can read it if you want. But that's what it says. What about this one? Ah, well, this is the business that you're in, so you kind of gotta go. You kind of gotta go. And I think that's where I said he probably goes out there and be like, it's not me, it's somebody else. It can't be me that they're thinking about this way. See, we have contracts, and contracts talks about partnership and legal commitment. So although with the garden and the gate, and he has the key around his neck, he prefers this, would love to play it cool, but he can't because he has contracts that in partnerships, legal commitments. It says legal commitments. You know, he has legal commitments that he has to take care of in order to keep things in balance. This person has a they have a blindfold on their face. You know, you got to do what you got to do, because remember, at the bottom of this deck with the spiritual guides, actual spirit guides, abundance was at the bottom, because remember I just said, oh, well, still got to get that money, honey. And yeah, there's business that needs to be taken care of. So I think that's how he deals with it. It's not me, it's somebody else. You know, they got the wrong person. Yeah. Let's talk about it. It says this card shows a contract in the background ready to be signed, indicating commitment, connections of some sorts. This union may be business deals, the sales of a home, a new job, a new environment, marriage. Whatever the connection, this card is more than casual agreement. Yeah, more than a casual agreement. It's usually something that requires a document that's binding, at least for the time being. The scales of justice indicate that a legal action is underway, is likely to turn out in your favor. This card shines a light on potential new opportunities, so remain aware and, receptive to what may be coming your way. So it's like it's out there, but he still has to do what he has to do regardless. Yeah, because he's in a business contract. I mean, he got the key right here and can escape if he want to. But with this rescue card being right here, we could look at the rescue card twice. I can pray for assistance. Or if I do decide to leave, who's going to rescue me? Who's going to take care of me? You look at that two different ways. But there we go. There we go. 30. And then we got 53 or 35. Number 6. Let's see what the tarot has to say about it. Because remember, we started off with the moon card. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Balance, yeah. Like I said, he has to keep the balance. Things has to stay balanced in order for him to move forward with business. And then we got the temperance card. Okay, the temperance card talks about balance. It talks about peace. It talks about harmony. So this is what it is. What about this one? Queen of Cups. What about this one? Four of Swords. So let's talk about it. So we finally have a female. We finally have a female type of energy showing up in this reading via the tarot. Okay, and this is what it says. We're going to talk about the blonde or fair woman. It says honest, devoted, faithful wife, good mother and friend, very wise actions. It helps a dream become real, pleasure, happiness, and success. So whoever this Queen of Cups is, I don't know who she is, but whoever this Queen of Cups is, she is the one who keeps everything in balance for him on some type of level. Let's go over here to this, okay? It says self-control, patience, harmony, cooperation, successful, combination, friendship. Yep, whoever this Queen of Cups is keeps him stable in a way, nurturing in a way, okay? Because we got this four of swords right here, and the four of swords talks about mental security. It talks about retreat. It talks about rest, and it also talks about peace. It says good organizations of ideas and practical spirits, limitations or rational thoughts, okay? Rigid, scientific and rigid, okay? So with this mental security being right here, whomever she is, this Queen of Cups, she brings the mental security towards him when it comes towards the hate that he receives. So that's why in his head, it's not me, it's someone else. She balances him out and makes sure that he focus on what's ahead and what's most important. Whomever she is, could be a water sign with the Queen of Cups coming up here like that. All right. So that's what we got so far. Let's go over to this question that the person wanted to know. Is John Cook a womanizer? Okay, this is what the person who requested the reading wanted to know. Is he a womanizer? All right. So let's use these cards right here to see, is he a womanizer at the bottom of the um well, this is what I'll say, person who requested it, just by looking at the bottom of the deck. I tell you one thing, he got all the tools that he needs if he wanted to be one. Not saying that he is. This is strictly energy based, not accusations, you guys, okay? But if he wanted to be, he definitely have all the tools too. And why do I say that? Because at the bottom of the deck, we have the Magician. I pre-shuffle them. I pre-shuffle all these cards. And the Magician talks about, you see, you look on this card, they have everything right here. They have the sword, they have the wand, they have the pentacle, they have the cup. Okay, they're in control. What happens first? You get the Fool card, then you get the Magician. He has all the tools to do whatever it is that he needs to do if he wanted to be a womanizer. Okay, but let's just see here. I think it would be too much for him to be a womanizer. Why, Shay? Because look, I split the deck, and then we got the Ten of Wands, and the Ten of Wands talks about burdens and struggles. I think it would be too hard for him to, it says overburdened, okay, overloaded. I think it would just be too much for him to be one, okay? It's shit. I know sometimes it's hard for a guy to, be with two women, let alone a whole bunch of them. I don't know, but in his head so far, just the way I'm splitting this deck, he could, but it would be too much of a burden. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna shuffle it again. Can I get 3 cards? Is John Cook a womanizer? It's at the bottom. Oh, God, you're not making this easy, man. At the bottom of the deck, we got seduction. It talks about attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third-party interference. Well, if we would have had the Magician, and I showed y'all at the same time with the seduction card, well, I don't have to, because I said he got all the tools to if he wanted to, but sometimes people don't want to. Yeah, because look, it's outdated. It's played out. It's been done before, It's been done before. He doesn't need to be a pimp. That's what I just I didn't hear he doesn't need to be a pimp. What I saw was a big ass hat with a feather in it. That's all I seen. So we kind of know that scenario is played out already. He doesn't need to be a pimp. Is John Cook a womanizer? 2 cards, please, Spirit. Is he a womanizer? And the birds out there singing this morning. The birds are out there singing this morning. 1 hidden truth card. Is he a womanizer? We need to let each other go. Here's the thing. With this particular card being at the bottom of the deck, we need to let each other go. You know how sometimes you want to walk away from a situation, but you can't because the person don't want you to leave, and then you don't want to hurt them? That could be his situation too, and that could be why the question at hand, is he a womanizer? There may be a lot of women that he comes across that he may not want to hurt, and telling them the truth is gonna hurt them too as well. You know what I'm saying? I like you, I think you're cool, but we need to let each other go. I'm just saying that doesn't have to be the case, but it is at the bottom of the deck. I feel you, even though we are apart. He stay in contact with them. He might have a lot of I buried myself in work to forget about you. He might have a lot of female friends or whatever that he be in contact with just to check on them and make sure they're okay. All right, let's see what we got here. So remember, the question at hand is Jungkook a womanizer? Energy based, not accusations, okay? Let's start over here. All right. He likes to chill. He likes to celebrate. We got the Three of Cups right here. All right. So the Three of Cups talks about reunions, celebrations, social gatherings, festivals, celebrations. Again, it talks about happiness, weddings, engagement parties, graduations, baby showers, happy hours. Okay. So this is a person who loves to have a good time, okay, with the Three of Cups. So, say for instance, if there was a big event going on, because there's a lot of big events on here. If there's a lot of different things happening around, he's more than likely going to be the one to show up and show out. He's going to more than likely be the one that people kind of go towards, you know what I'm saying, his energy or whatever. So, right now, what I'm getting as far as is he a womanizer? I'm definitely getting someone who likes to have a good time. Someone who likes to have a good time. And that good time may consist of a lot of women. Being surrounded by a lot of women. Okay? There got to be something about him, for the women to want to be surrounded by him. Women don't like boring guys, right? What about this one? Is he a womanizer? See, now look ahead. We have the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles talks about teamwork, working together, learning each other. It says learning and researching, growth, hard work, good decisions. Goals, dedications, quality. We got 3 and 3. Three and 3 could be significant, okay? He just works good. He's just good with it, working around and being around other people. At least that's how it seems. So it may come off as, he's a womanizer, because whatever it is that he does or got going on, it works very well with teamwork being here. What about this one? Oh. So here's the thing. Now we have number 5, and it says loss, and it says grief, and it says despair, and it says abandonment, and it talks about guilt, it talks about rumors, and it talks about regrets. So this is the thing right here. I think because of how good this looks, this combination with this Three of Cups and this Three of Pentacles, I feel like he feels bad that people may not be able to see past what it is that they don't want to see past, okay? So it's like maybe if you would look deeper, and stop looking so surface, you would see that it just seems like someone who's just having a good time around women, if that's the main thing that he be around, okay? And it makes him feel bad. The womanizer part makes him feel bad. It's like, damn, I can't even enjoy myself. You see how good these two cards come together? But I can't even enjoy myself with the Five of Cups being here. Without somebody saying this, that, and the other. Damn. Okay. Well, then let's see what these have to say. we got date, and then we got the chaser, and it says meeting someone new, dating, getting back out there, plans and set a date, followed by the chaser. I think he is a person who loves to have a good time, and I think people get attached to that good energy that he brings. I think people get attached to that energy and how good it works, and then they want to be more than just more than the role that they are at the time being, and then he has to let them go. Okay, we got codependencies, chaser codependencies, relationships, fear of abandonment. Remember, I said early on, he doesn't. It's like he doesn't want to hurt them or anything like that. He don't want to hurt them, but it's like we cool, but I gotta go. I can't really focus on what it is that you need me to focus on. And here's the crazy part about it. If I was a betting person, I would say he would tell them this, and they say they understand and they get it, but then they don't really understand and get it. And the crazy thing about it is, I think it hurt him more than it hurt them. I could be tripping, but I do. I think it hurts him more than it hurts them. Yeah. So would a womanizer feel hurt, by hurting someone in a sense that I think you cool, we can date, but right now I can't be more than what you want me to be right now. I can't do that. Yep, I feel you leaving me behind. This is how these women feel about this connection. Um, it's like if they could just take it for what it is, I think they would enjoy it better, and he would enjoy it better as well. So we got to think about the definition of a womanizer. I don't know the definition. I could look it up. I don't know the definition of a womanizer, but I would think it's someone who takes advantage of a woman, maybe sexually, maybe emotionally, maybe mentally. I'm not really for sure. Never been in that situation. But um, if he was a womanizer, it doesn't seem like he is. It just seems like the women that he are around don't understand that, hey, this is your position, this is my position. I'm gonna tell you what it is, and if you don't understand that, you know, right now I'm not looking for a relationship, not right now, but I'm looking to have a good time with the Three of Cups. I'm looking to work with someone, get along with someone. And I feel bad that things don't work out the way that you wanted, although I told you what it was. That's the energy that I'm getting. And he feels bad behind that. I feel you leaving me behind. These are how these women feel with the chaser right here, and abandonment issues. Crazy thing about it, if he could find somebody who could understand the program, you feel me, and wouldn't give him such a hard time and be understanding to the process, that's more than likely the one he would be with. But where she's at, where's she at? Where is that one female at? That's okay, knowing that who he is, and play her part or her position. Don't give him a hard time. When we together and we kicking it and we hanging out. And when we're not, accept that and don't give me such a hard time. That is the one that he would deal with and more than likely end up marrying, because that is the one who understands what it is and what it isn't. And doesn't give him a hard time and doesn't make him feel bad about what things going on. That's what a man looks for. A man looks for a woman who can understand him all the way around, the good and the bad, you know. Okay, let's see. The person wanted to know, is Jungkook truly happy being in a group? Well, let's see. Is he truly happy being in a group? We're gonna use the tarot apocalypse. Whoa, I think I had it upside down, y'all. Yeah, I had it upside down. Um, whoa. Okay, let me see. I'll just make sure they're in the right position. Um, is he truly happy being in a group? This is the crazy thing about it. Um, with the hangman being here, he would love to look at the situation from a different perspective. Now, I don't think I've pulled the hangman um, via these cards before, so guys, we got to find it. I mean, I know what the hangman means traditionally, but this book is not the traditional one. So let's see what this one says. Um, come on, where are you? Here we go. So let's see what it says. It says sacrifice and offering, learning what one values by being forced to give up something, letting go and giving in to the higher power, suspension of activities, dark night of the soul, achieving mystical awareness through spiritual isolation or suffering, a time of difficult for an ordeal resorting in increasing understanding, seeing things from a different perspective. Well, when it comes to, well, at the bottom of the deck, when it comes to, is he truly happy being part of a group? I think if given the opportunity, he would love to try something different. If given the opportunity, I think he would love to try something different. And then we got the devil card right behind it. That lets me know he feels like he's stuck in bondage to something. This is bondage, this is addiction, this is material gain, things of that nature. All the things that are bad. But if given an opportunity, I feel like, yeah, he would definitely like to at least look at it and see how it goes. But let's see. Whoa. Hell yeah, he want to. Hell yeah, he want to, because something, man, what the fuck, Jungkook? Look what we got here. I split the deck. Let's see. It's not so even, but it's still split, you know. And we got the Five of Swords. Okay. Man, oh man, oh man. Let's see what the Five of Swords have to say. I mean, I know what it say, but let's see what it has to say, guys. Intellectual contests, insults, threats, and verbal attacks, meanness done to others as performance or entertainment, gaining advantage over an opponent, putting somebody in a disadvantage, destructive words, boasting, insults, challenges, and egos, fighting, bravo, oh God, one up manship, feeling for self importance. Well, the crazy thing about it is, he feels like, damn it. I think somebody told me, now don't quote me, but I think somebody told me he's the leader of the group or the most popular of the group. And just based off of this Five of Swords, him, if he is the leader or the most popular person, he gets a lot of slack. And I'm feeling like the slack is coming within the group as well as outsiders, okay? Yeah, if given opportunity, he would like to be on his own. So the question is John Cook truly happy being in a group? Not, not maybe not as he once was with the hangman looking here, being here. At one point in time, he was, but right now, no, I don't think he's truly happy. But let's see why. Can I get 3 cards, please? Is John Cook truly happy being part of a group? All right, let's put it up here. One card, wait, what's at the bottom? Healing. There's some healing that needs to be here with the Shiren. There's some healing. When it comes to this group, there's some healing that needs to be done. And I think that's why I said with the hangman, yeah, at one point in time he was. But something happened. I don't know what happened. But there's some healing that needs to occur when it comes to this group. Can I get 1 card? Is John Cook truly happy being part of a group? And then I want to use the signs of the time. What's at the bottom? Wow. Ain't that funny? Yin and yang. Well, yeah, something needs to be balanced. Okay. Something definitely needs to be balanced when it comes to this group. Crown, personal power. Wow. Yin and yang, crown and personal power. See, that's the thing. I know they said he got to be the leader or the most popular. Gotta be. So there needs to be, in order for this group to work, there needs to be some type of equal, you know, like, yeah, he may be the most popular one, but in a group, you guys are supposed to move as one. You know, everybody's supposed to get paid the same. You know, whether one person wrote one line or hit one drum, I don't know what they do. I've never watched them before. I'm sorry. But they're supposed to all work together. And whenever someone feels as if they're bigger than the program, and he might be bigger than the program, but what I'm saying is that's never going to work right with a group. So maybe it would be good for him to go solo if he's not happy. But my only thing is, where does that leave the group? That's what I'm concerned about. Because I'm a caring person. I'm a humanitarian. I care about everybody as a whole and not just the individual. Because one person doesn't make things go, it's everybody. All right. Let's see what it says. Okay. Is John Cook truly happy being part of the group? Here we go. Why you turn that one over, Shay? Because they told me to. This card is interesting because I believe we got this card earlier up here. Okay, when we were talking about how does he feel about the hate that he receives. So when it comes to how does is John Cook truly happy? We got these 7 of Cups right here. You got all these men. Are these all men? Yeah, they all men. We got all these cups right here and all these men's just sitting right here, you know. And it's like, that's really the energy that's given off right here. Like, I'm here, you know. it is what it is, but let's read what it says. Go over to the Seven of Cups and see what the Seven of Cups have to say when it comes to, is he happy being part of a group? And the Seven of Cups says fantasies and dreams, imaginations, emotional, constantly changing in flux, being uncertain about what one wants, losing oneself in fantasies at the expense of reality, wishing and hoping instead of taking action. See, did you read what I just said? Fantasies, dreaming, imaginations, emotions, constantly changing in flux, being uncertain what one wants, losing oneself in fantasies at the expense of reality, wishing and hoping instead of taking action. So he's not happy, and he do fantasize about being somewhere else other than in this group, but there's no action being took. And I honestly feel like the reason there's no action being took because he could be in a contract, you know, a binding legal partnership where he can't move around right now. But if he could, I tell you right now, he would. If he could, he would. Like, no bullshit. Because that's based off of what the cards say. Right now, he's not as happy as he was in the beginning. Yep, whatever the beginning was, things have definitely changed. You know how when a job no longer becomes fun, it becomes like a burden. This is kind of where he's at. Mm-hmm. This is kind of where he's at, and that sucks. But let's see what this one got to say. All right, all righty now. Um, is he happy being part of the group? He would be more happy um, in love. um, I think he's looking towards love right now. Why you say that, Shay? Because listen, as far as I know, that's the, well, maybe one of the things that he lacks. Like, we know he has a dating life up here, women, plethora, a lot of women. But this Princess of Swords is like, um, kind of like the Knight of Swords, but I like to really look at this Princess of Swords as a Queen of Swords in the making, something to that extent. Because you be a princess, then you become a queen, right? And I know already for reading this card already, this person right here, this Princess of Swords, is a really really good person. This person is learning things about themselves, learning things about life. We can talk about it, but god damn, it took me so long to find it the other day. It took forever for me to find it. It did. Now look, see, today I found it just like that. I'm gonna tell you all the good things about this Princess of Swords. She's a cool person. A foundation of knowledge, grounding of intellect, manifest of ideas, theories, applied records, and writing, history, wisdom has come to pass, speech, disclosure, and debate, protecting records in all forms, contain of wisdom, the source of ideas, the beginning of intellectual projects, studies, becoming a student, practical approach, learning power, words shape the worlds around you, around us, evolutionary ideas, intellectual person, king to engage with new ideas, founding foundation, archetypes, authors, librarian, and record keeper. This person right here is a very smart and knowledgeable person. And I think when it comes to how does he, is he happy being in a group? Maybe he's not happy being in a group because it lacks all of this. it lacks all of this. And if it's not the fact that it lacks all of this is what he's looking forward to. Okay, this is one of the reasons why he doesn't want to be in a group. So take it either way. Either this group, this is what this group is lacking, which is why he's not happy, okay? Or this is what he's looking for in a woman, someone who isn't, who has wisdom, who is knowledgeable, who is basically smart as fuck. That's what he's looking for. All right. Yeah. Man, I don't know who whoever called this reading, boy, must know something about something. He is not happy in the group, y'all. We got the death card. The death card often talks about endings that brings new beginnings. Yeah, you go through a transformation. That's why that hangman was there. He's definitely looking for something different. He's definitely looking for a change, y'all. And it ain't no little change. This is a big change. When this devil card, the death card, sorry, pops up. The death card is all about transformation. He don't like feeling like this Seven of Cups. He's looking for something better than what he has right now. This person sitting right here just looks bored as fuck. Even though you got all these people around that's willing to cater to you and take care of you. See the person pouring water on him? He still don't really care. Well, damn. No, person. No, he not. Hearts of heart, he not truly happy being in this group. So now I need to know why. Like, is this group members giving him a hard time? Is management giving him a hard time? Is social media giving him a hard time? I know these cats is famous, so what is the problem? That's what I need to know. Who is making him feel like he doesn't want to be here anymore? Or is it simply time for him to grow and spread his wings and become solo? Which is crazy because that's the next question that the person wanted to know. But let's just finish this out right here. Is he happy? See, we got number 51, and number 51 talks about alliances. We all know what an alliance is. I'm in this. This is I'm in this thing. You know, we all know what alliances is. You come together with whomever you need to come together with, more than likely his group, and shake on this. This is what it is. We in this together forever. Conjunction function, baby. What about this one? Yep, we got relationships and knots. He's tied into this somehow. He's tied into this somehow. Number 35 could be significant as well as 51 or 15. He's tied into this. Right now, he feels like there is no way out of this. Okay? Yo, that was crazy. Well, so the next question at hand is, would Jungkook rather be a solo artist? Would he rather be a solo artist? So let me kind of, these cards. Okay. What's at the bottom? Damn. Well, we didn't get an Ace of Cups, but we do got a Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Would he rather be a solo artist? Well, I'll tell you one thing. There's a difference between a Seven of Cups, and there's a difference between a Three of Cups, and there's a Two of Cups right here. Told you he was looking for love too, but I'm gonna look at this Two of Cups as a partnership, okay, and like a new partnership. That's how I'm gonna look at it for now, y'all. Okay. Damn. He's a Virgo, isn't he? We got a King of Cups here. Not King of Cups. We got a King of Coins here. Um, Here's the thing. The question at hand is, would Jungkook rather be solo? Just based off of this right here, I think he would love nothing more. I think with the King of Pentacles coming out and the Two of Cups, I think he would love nothing more. Now, just because we love something don't always mean it's going to work out. But let's see how this would work out for him. Would Jungkook rather be solo? Would he rather be solo? 3 cards, please. All right. Let's check out the cosmic insight, y'all. What's at the bottom? Caution. Yeah. If he did become solo, he got to make sure, like I said yesterday, he got to make sure he dot all his T's and cross all his I's. Exactly like that. That means double check that shit. Okay? So if he did become a solo artist, he got to make sure he on top of his shit. Find out more information and don't overwork yourself. So in the process, don't get stressed out because this is definitely a tricky business. Okay, it's a real tricky business. Okay, he got to make sure he has the right people in his corner who want to see him do the right thing and not really so much for personal gain, because a lot of time in this industry, yeah, you are basically the motherfucker, but because you are the motherfucker, you got motherfuckers trying to fuck you over if you don't know the business. Psst, you see, caution, we got a liar here. Caution, we got a liar here. See what I'm saying? A motherfucker will tell you whatever it is that they need to tell you in order to hook your ass. Why do people put people on a motherfucking hook? In order to send their ass down into that water and get motherfucking ate. You the bait, my nigga, my sister, use the bait. So be smart. Be smart. Would Jungkook rather be solo? 1 card. Okay. And then let's ask the guides. Let's ask his guides. What's at the bottom? We got teamwork. Well, followed by liberation. Oh, would Jungkook rather be solo? Would Jungkook rather be solo? He don't know. All right, man, I'm not gonna play with you. Would Jungkook rather be solo? 1 card, please. I ain't got time, bro. It's gonna be a long ass reading now. Okay. Here we go. So let's go over here. Would he rather be solo? All right, we got the Connive of Wands. The Connive of Wands is like the Page of Wands. Okay, it's a passion starting. Well, let's read it. Let's read it. This is what it says. It says news, announcements, message arriving, courageous, dark youth, loyal friend, decent character, a person who can be trusted, inherited intelligence skills. Okay, so he feels like, hey, I got this. I got this. With news and announcements, he knows that people would love to hear this. People would Some more than others would love to say, hey, he's going to be solo or come out with a solo album. We're going on a solo tour, something to that extent. He know the people would like this with news and announcements being here and messages arriving. Courageous. It would take a lot for him to do this with Courageous being here. Okay, they talk about him being a loyal friend. Okay, a decent character, a person who could be trusted. I'm not worried about you being trusted. I'm worried about the motherfuckers that's surrounding you, bro. Bro, it's the people surrounding you. I ain't said you wasn't trying. Nah. Well, let's see. Would Jungkook rather be solo? There go that judgment. There go that judgment. There go that judgment card. And let's see. Judgment talks about rebirth, renewal, awakening of the dead. Okay? That's why the death card was up here earlier, y'all. Results, judgment, sentence, resurrection, call to a new life, offer from shells, ashes of the old, rehabilitation. So he would go back into the studio. He might even start working out that body. He might even come out looking totally different. You know, like, this is me. This is JK. This is who I always wanted to be. But because I was a group, I had to, attention. Left, right, left. Had to be in suit. Follow the program. But now this is me. Judging being here, people may not always like it or accept it, but I'm judging myself. This is me. This is what I want to do. Yeah, he would definitely rather be in a group. But what about this? He's been longing to do this. This ain't something he just thought about overnight. It's a Virgo, you feel me? He been thinking about this for a long time with the Seven of Pentacles. What does the Seven of Pentacles talk about? The Seven of Pentacles talks about long-term investments. I don't care what tarot deck it is. It still is about long-term investments. So he's been thinking about going solo for a while. How long, I don't know, but long enough. Long enough for a motherfucker to figure out how they gonna look when they come out. Yeah, how the presentation gonna be. Yeah, that long. Yep, that long. What about the cosmic insight? Did I show y'all? There's the Connive of Wands. There goes that Judgment card. There goes that Seven of Coins. And he is an Earth sign. So, all right. Would he rather be solo? Y'all don't understand how bad things are getting serious. Would he rather be solo? I'm telling you, you don't think about something for so long without moving forward. He been thinking about it a long time. He committed to this. He is committed to this. He's serious about being solo. Damn. Who did something to him? Who did something to him? Or is it just time? Is it just time? What is this? Solitude. Yeah. Solitude is my thinking card. And in solitude is also solo, dolo. So when you in solitude, ain't nobody around you but you in spirit. Yes, person who requested this reading, shout out to you. He would definitely rather be solo. Damn. Okay, well then, shit. The question at hand is now, is he happy? And I think that's a nice question. Ooh, he goes solo, he gonna have to have a lot of strength. But the person wants to know, is he happy? And I think that's good. What they say, what they asked, is he happy in general? Okay, let's see. Because that's important too. Sometimes we only care about if we happy. But the fact that you want to know, is he happy in general, is good for you. Yes. Because that let me know you care about him more than a fan. You know, it's a little deeper than that. Hopefully not a crazy fan. But I'm just saying, I can tell. I don't know if anybody's asked me, is any of these people happy in general? I don't think no one's asked me that before. If y'all did, my bad. I forget shit from time to time, okay? All right. All right, hold on. I'm just trying to make a little space here for the cards. And remember, I asked y'all, do y'all want me to make the reading shorter? Do y'all want me to make the reading shorter? Because I can make them shorter and just use like maybe like 5 decks instead of like 20. But if y'all okay with the long readings, I can continue to do them, but I do them for y'all, so I want to make sure, you know, y'all like the long ones, or like I said, I can start doing the shorter ones with only like 5 decks or 6 decks. Okay, just let me know. Leave it in the comment. Someone said they like the long readings, and shit, keep doing the long readings then. Don't nobody else say nothing. I don't mind it. I ain't got shit else to do. Alright. Almost done, y'all. Just want to make a little more room here. I need to feed that dog. And let's just stick that somewhere up under there. All right, here we go. We're gonna use the Lucid Dreams cards and see, is Jungkook happy in general? Emotionally, spiritually, let's see, is he happy? Okay, well, at the bottom of the deck, that's funny, we got the 7 of Pentacles coming out again. And it talks about long-term investments, sustained patience, perseverance, hard work, success, and waiting harvest, results and profits and planning. Okay, that's what it says. Well, that's what's at the bottom of the deck we're talking about. Is he happy in general, emotionally and spiritually? I think, you know, sometimes when we, I'm not saying that he isn't happy, but, you know, sometimes we become robotic to what it is that we're doing. I remember, like, when I used to work as a CNA at the old folks home, and I couldn't figure out how these bitches always knew what room I was in. When I'm taking care of my residents, they always knew which room. They could always find, I could never find these hoes when I needed them, but they could always find me. And they was like, Shay, because you have a routine, you don't change up your routine. We know at this time you're gonna be in Mrs. room, and this time you're gonna be in Mr. room. And they said you robotic. They said that's how we know how to find you. I'm like, fuck you, bitch. So I think he's been doing this for so long. It's just what it is, you know. So let's see, is he happy? Look at here, y'all. We got long-term investment, sustained patience, perseverance, hard work, success, and waiting, harvest, results, profit, and planning. Next to the 3 of Wands, waiting for your ships to sail in, awaiting results on decisions made, progress, expansion, confidence, new horizon, growth, foresight, and milestone. He is looking, with the 3 of Wands here, He looking for better days. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with his days right now, but he's definitely looking for better days. Yeah, he can see them. What do it say? It said new horizon growth. No, you can't see it because they so goddamn, they so kind of, but that what it say. And what is this card trying to peek out? See, that's the Two of Cups. I told you, he, hell yeah, he looking for something new, a new endeavor. You see, it was just peeking out on the side. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Wow, it's crazy. Don't be sliding your ass around the corner like that. Fuck. Anyway, here we go. Is Jungkook happy in general? Please, spiritually, emotionally. Is he happy in general? I hope he is. Cause life too short. Okay. What? Is he happy? Damn. No. He not. Person who requested this, he not happy. I don't know what this card is, but you saw me just pushing that motherfucker over there like that. Sorry, card. He not. Well, I'm not gonna say he's not, because I can't see this one, but we got the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups talks about moving on, unfulfilled from a certain situation, abandonment, walking away into the unknown, letting go and searching for the truth. And it says leaving. Is he happy in general? No, because if he was, he wouldn't be in the search of something. He wouldn't be feeling unfulfilled. That's what it say at the top of this card. That makes me feel so bad. What's this? Yup. Look at this. Possessive, insecure, saving money, guarded, long-term, solid, long-term, where the fuck, where was I get that? Solid investment, sorry, y'all. And long-term security. Yep. He holding on to something that he no longer wants to hold on to. Because see, if you flip this card in this position, it says generous, giving, openness, financial security. In this position, it talks about possessive, insecurity, frugality, saving money, solid investments, guarded long-term security. He's holding on to something for dear life. Look how he got this. He holding the Four of Pentacles. You and I both know he worth way more than Four of Pentacles. You know, he holding on to something because if it was worth anything, he wouldn't be walking away from it. Even though it says solid investment, even though it says saving money, okay, he holding on to something that no longer serves him. If not, he wouldn't be walking away from it with the Eight of Cups. Now this card, I want to know what this card is because I kept pushing it. What is you card? Yeah, he want a new beginning with the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles talks about manifesting, grounded, ambitions, offering a gift, goal-oriented, financial opportunity, planning, loyal, faith, and messenger. He's willing to give up that Four of Pentacles to start from the very bottom with a Page of Pentacles. I bet some people understand that, but I bet some people do. Most people do. I'm willing to give it all up if I can do it the way that I want to do it the way it won't stress me out. So is he happy in general? Um, not not right now. Not right now. But he got a plan. He got a plan. We got the King of Cups. Developed, balanced, compassion, supportive. He got a plan. He got a plan. But this King of Cups, he got a plan. I don't know what that plan is, but he got one. Yep. That's why I said he willing to lose this Four of Pentacles for this Page of Pentacles. That was that what that was. um, let's see. Let's use the Raise Your Vibration. These are the Raise Your Vibration cards. Let's see what needs to be raised for him. I am grateful for the earth. Well, aren't you so darling? Ain't he an earth sign, y'all? Ain't he a Virgo? Where there's a will, there's a way. I'm trying to tell you. I said then it was just 11. It was just 1:11, 11 on the clock. I'm telling you, he gonna figure it out. With I'm grateful for the earth. That means I'm glad for everything it is that I've gained. He is an earth sign, and earth in Pentacles is really all about earthly material gains. That's how I look at the earth signs. Okay, material stuff. Pentacles, money. So he's grateful for who he is and where he is in life and all this and that. But where there is a will, there is a way. Okay, sometimes it's not always about the money. You know, sometimes it be about the independence, and he gonna figure it out. I can leave that right there. But Spirit, let me get one more card for him. Is Jungkook happy in general? Let me get one Raise Your Vibration card for him. Get your ass out of there. Manifesting is my superpower. I just told you he gonna figure it out. I told you he been thinking about this for a long time. He's been thinking about this for a long time, and he hasn't been happy for a long time, you guys. And I'm sorry he feels that way. Yeah. But that's up. All right. Last card for this question at hand. Let me scoop this somewhere up under there. We'll switch at the bottom. Sisters of the season, cycles of growth, natural law, and divine order. Oh yes, everything happens in order like it's supposed to. Okay. Last question. Is Jungkook happy in general? Is he happy in general? The Dragon Duel, inner conflict, mortality, conscious choices. No! No, he not. The Dual Dragon, back and forth, back and forth. Damn Moon card came out earlier. That ain't me. I didn't feel that's me. That's not me. That's somebody else. Inner conflict, morality, conscious choices. No, he's not. Jesus Christ. Fuck a duck, why don't ya? Well, how does he feel about past rumors with Winter? Didn't I do a reading on him in Winter already? I can't remember. Gosh, I do so many of them. How does Jungkook feel about past rumors with Winter? Well, where are my cards at? Tarot. Okay. Oh, we got the bottom. 10 of Cups. Ha! Ain't that funny? How does John Cook feel about the past rumors? All right. We got the 10 of cups at the bottom. Oh, and we got the 4 of cups. It's a lot of cups here. So, regardless of what the past rumors are, because I don't know what they are, there's definitely a lot of emotions here. Okay. But, let's see. Let me read the 4 of cups, because I know what this 4 of cups talks about. At least in the traditional tarot, I do. What does it say? Overactive imagination, anxiety, boredom, preoccupied, disappointment, discontent. Yeah, not seeing the good things. Okay. So as I said, there was a lot of emotions when it came to this rumor. And I don't know if they're saying you guys didn't see the good things about it or they didn't. I don't know whether her, him, or social media. I'm not for sure. Can I please do that again? Thank you. Let's see. 3 cards, please. How does John Cook feel about the past rumors with him and Winter? And then, what's the news behind this? What's at the bottom? Roller coaster. Yep, full of highs and lows, off and on again, hot and cold. What did they have going on? What did they have going on for highs and lows and roller coasters and things of that nature? As I said when I split the deck, I know there had to be some type of emotions, okay? Because we had 4 cups and we had 10 of cups. That's 14. Them a lot of goddamn cups, okay? Well, what the fuck was going on there? How does John Cook feel about the past rumors with Winter? And I hope Jimin ain't got shit to do with this because I've been wanting to say Jimin for some reason. And then we got player, playing the field, not looking to settle, seeking options. What the fuck? Okay. So, who was playing the field? Who was not looking to settle? Who was seeking options? So if I'm a betting person, I would say when it came to the rumors between John Cook and Winter, maybe Winter liked him and maybe he was just a player. Ladies man, I don't know. Whoa, that was crazy. What's the news? How does John Cook feel about the past rumors with Winter? What's the news? Can I get 1 card, please? What's the news, Spirit? Well, I said, what's the news? Anybody gonna tell me the news? Is there no news? What's the news? There we go. There we go. And we need a confession. We need a confession. Confession cards. What's at the bottom? Sorry. I'm sorry for the pain I have caused you. I'm sorry I wasn't there when you needed me the most. I wanted to be there to confront you, to comfort you, but I was afraid of letting you down. What kind of monkey ball shit is that? Why? Because you couldn't tell the person what they wanted to hear? Okay, maybe. Can I get 1 confession card? How does John Cook feel about the past rumors with Winter? I can't pronounce that. Aespa? Aespa? Here we go, y'all. Let's see what we have. Okay, start here. So when it comes to how he feels about the past rumors, the Fool card, okay? We already know the Fool card always talks about a new beginning, a new start. All right. So I don't know if he looked at this rumor, how he feels about it, as, you know, it's just what it is, okay? I'll read it to you, what the Fool card says. The Fool card says the seeker, innocence, naivete, courage, humor, living in the now, journey outside, burst of energy. Everything is open. All paths are available. Madness, folly, instability, and apathy. Okay. So when it comes to how he feels about the rumors with Winter, what I'm feeling like is hmm, everything is open and all paths are available. All right. So whatever was said or whatever was done, I don't know if he had any control over that. Ooh. 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 Okay. What did I say? I said all paths are available. So when it comes to whatever the rumors was and how he feel about her, we got the Fool card in the Two of Cups. A Fool card in the Two of Cups. So what he said, if there's a will, there's a way. No. um, whatever the rumors is, it was open. Okay. It was a new start. Okay. It talks about the here and the now. All right. And it also talks about humor here. Okay. So who are they humoring themselves? Are they humoring social networks or social platforms? Are they humoring themselves? I don't know. But there was something that was available here when it comes to the rumor with them. What is this? Ooh. All right. Now we have the Fool card, the Two of Cups, and the Two of Pentacles. And the great thing about it is we're not talking about five, six, seven people. We're talking about two people. And we got Two of Cups and we got the Two of Coins. The way I can look at this is, hey, these two work together, okay, balancing things out, okay. I could look at it that way with the being flexible with the Two of Coins right here. Listen, it says flow of money. It talks about ins and outs. It talks about obtaining money to survive. It talks about a happy business face. It says getting what you pay for. It talks about energy fluctuation. It says ongoing work to launch a enterprise. Okay, so when it comes to their past, when it comes to how he feel about the past rumors, I don't know what the past rumors was about, but with the Two of Cups being here and the Two of Coins being here, there was some type of love here. Now, whether it was love for the business aspect or love for the friendship or love for something else, okay? There was some type of love here. There was some type of partnership. I'm feeling like it's more business oriented. Maybe it wasn't, okay? But I don't think I ever really said this with this Fool card. All paths are available. So, I mean, all paths are open with the Fool card. So maybe the path for love and partnership was available. Maybe the path for money and money coming in, money going out, and business and enterprises. Maybe all of those paths was being open. Maybe they worked just a little bit too close to each other, and people maybe thought, "Hey, what is this?" But I do not know. But I'm telling you what it says right here. Happy business face, getting what you pay for. So I know. Let's see. Let's talk about what the Two of Cups say. The Two of Cups say partnership, harmonious, match, two hearts, a couple, soulmate, availability, willing to compromise, need to agree, teamwork, benefits, two heads are better than one. Okay, so when it comes to these two, them working together was better than them not working together. Now, whatever they worked on, whether it was business or whether it was something other than business, with this Two of Cups coming out, I'm gonna allow y'all to go bonkers with that one. Okay, I'm gonna focus on this food card here because I never read this part right here. Everything is open. All paths are available. So if love was on that path, it was open. If it was business, that was just what it was. But all paths was available with this food card. Okay? I always look at this as my new beginning card, new start, fresh start. But I've never read that part down there with all paths being open. So you can go this way, you can go that way. So when it comes to how does Jungkook feel about the past rumors, maybe they wasn't really rumors. Maybe there was some truth to him and how he feel about it. It don't seem like he felt bad about it, whatever it was. But let's see what the news is behind it. Oh, well, damn. Ah. Well, the news right here says, fed up over it, not having it, frustrated. So, who is fed up and frustrated? Because it don't seem like it's him. This is what the news is. Who's fed up with the rumors? It says fed up and over it and not having it. That's the news part of it. How does Jungkook feel about the past rumors with Winter? Okay. Fed up, over it, frustrated. And you know why I feel that way? Because maybe people put too much emphasis on it. Okay. Or maybe felt like it was nobody's business. What is this sign? I am reminded of you constantly. I have been seeing so many signs and synchronicities that reminds me of you. It made me feel certain that you are the one. You are the one, and we have a bright future together. I just have to figure out how to follow them. I'm gaining strength and courage for that. Interesting. This is a confession card right here. This is just a T card right here. So, I tell you one thing. He like her. I don't know how much. I mean, he's fond of her. I just can't say if he's fond of her because of her business aspect or more of it. If I was a betting person, I would say more of it. I would say it's more than just business oriented. If I was a betting person, that's what I would say. But don't quote me on none of that shit. That's just what I would say. Okay. Let's see. Were Jungkook and Winter ever dating? Okay, let's see. Were they ever dating? That'll be it. I'm gonna keep these right here so we can see. Okay, no, I don't want to use those. Were they ever dating? Okay. Whoa. Look what's at the bottom of the deck. We got the Tower. And then we got the Magician card being right here. Can I get 3 cards, please? Energy based, anyway. Were Jungkook and Winter ever dating? Were they ever dating? Ooh, that's too many cards. Well, shit, I took it. I don't know why I did that. I only wanted 3. What's the hidden truth? Were Jungkook and Winter ever dating? Can I get 2 cards, please? Were they ever dating? And what's the T? Hustling, making it rain, focusing on money. Okay. Were Jungkook and Winter ever dating? All right, y'all, let's see what's coming out here. First of all, I'm gonna leave you right there. Were they ever dating? We got two major arcanas right next to each other, one being the moon card and one being the judgment card. Let's talk about those first. Now, this judgment card was not supposed to come out, but it did anyway. So let's talk about what it says. It says intuition. It talks about hallucinations. It talks about dreams. Okay. It talks about instability, deception. It talks about anxiety, fear, misunderstanding, subconscious and insecurity, and mental tension. Followed by the judgment, self-evaluation, awakening, renewal, composure, decisiveness, homesick, quick judgment, and forgiveness. Next to that, we have the Ten of Wands, and the Ten of Wands talks about burdens, overburden, overload, okay? Followed by the Four of Swords, anxiety, stress, mental overload. Man, when it comes to were they ever dating, energy-based wise, it don't seem like they were ever dating. It doesn't seem like they were ever dating, okay? There's a difference between dating and there's a difference between fucking around and there's a difference between creeping, okay? But the question at hand was, were they ever dating? Based off of how these cards are presenting, how they've fallen out, I would say no, because for one, it would be surrounded with too much fear, anxiety, and stress. And it says mental overload. So mentally, it would be too much. Physically, with burden being here, it would be too much. 18, with the moon card, hallucinations, dreams, instability, thought about it, late nights. But with judgment being here, like, yeah, no, I don't think that's the best thing to do for us right now, okay? So the answer to the question is, were they ever dating? I would say no, but that don't mean they didn't think about it, and that don't mean they didn't fuck around, okay? I'm not saying they did, but the question at hand is, were they dating? Were they ever dating? All right? You know, people don't have to date in order to do whatever it is that they may want to do. I'm just saying. What's the hidden truth behind it all? I lost a little of myself, and I replay our conversations over and over. Yep, it's been talked about. Something's been talked about. You're not gonna talk about something. You're not gonna replay something over and over in your head if it isn't of significance. Okay, you're not gonna do that. If it's not of significance, you're gonna just, why would you play it over and over in your head? I replay our conversation over and over. Okay. And the conversation could have been, this is why we can. This is why we can. This is what could happen. It could be any old type of thing. But on a platform, announcing it to the world, nah, I don't believe they ever dated. So I wondered, I know I did a reading on Winter, but I can't remember who it was with. Anyway, what's the tea behind it all? Talking shit. Talking shit. So at the end of the day, people were talking about them dating, but it wasn't the truth. Okay? It wasn't the truth with talking shit. Okay? All right. We're almost done with this portion. Let's see. What is the spiritual lesson behind the rumors in the public perception? What is the spiritual lesson behind the rumors in the public perception? Okay, let's see what that is all about. We're going to use the African goddess for that and the angel answers. Okay. What is the spiritual lesson behind these rumors in the public perception? Grounding. Yep. As long as you're grounded in yourself and know what it is that you're doing and going, it don't matter what nobody else say. This is earth energy. He's an earth sign, isn't he? Yep. As long as you stay balanced with giving and receiving, everything will be okay. One card, please. What is the spiritual lesson behind these rumors? When it comes to Jungkook, what is the spiritual lesson behind these rumors? Intuition. Wow. Okay. The spiritual lesson behind this is to use your intuition. I don't know if I ever got this card before. If I did, I don't remember. Number 35 could be significant to Jungkook on some type of level. Let's see what this says. Intuition. I don't believe I've got it before. This is fire element. And it says, you already know. Take a deep breath and surrender to what you know to be true. Trust your inner wisdom and guidance. It says, what is your guidance telling you? Put your head over your third eye, center your forehead, and ask, if I knew what the answer is, what would it be? Then follow your instincts. The creator, your ancestors, connects with you through your intuition. Trust your intuition GPS, the nudge, the signs, the coincidence, and the divine guidance. Slow down, go for a walk, meditate, be patient, and nurture and pay attention. Being present allows you to feel, hear, and see your guides. I know I am. I am, I know. I am knowing. So the spiritual lesson behind these rumors and public perception is you know who you are, regardless of what people say you are and what it is that you're doing. Even as far as being a womanizer, even as far as wanting to move forward in his career, use your intuition. Spirit will guide you. That's what this lesson is all about. Using your intuition, you know what's good for you and you know what isn't. At this point in time, you have learned everything that you just about need to learn, especially in this game, to the point where it's time for you to level up. Let's look at the angel answers. What's at the bottom? Wow. He got some type of happy big changes coming him way. Well, good for you, buddy. Because why not? With intuition being here, why not? You can be able to see everything that's coming your way. A lot of times we don't trust it. How he gonna get this? See, big happy changes followed by success. You can't have big happy changes without success. They go hand in hand. What is the spiritual lesson behind these rumors in the public perception? One card, please. Do it now. Do it now. Take action. Because remember what that Seven of Cups talked about in the Tarot Apocalypse. It says you're sitting around, ain't doing shit. So now Spirit wants you to get your ass up and do what you need to do. Take action. If you want that happy change and you want to be successful, take action. Don't wait. Because if you wait too late, your ass gonna be trapped. God damn it. Yeah, take action if you believe. Now, one last card here. What is the spiritual lesson behind the rumors in the publication? The ringmaster of scrutiny, discernment, clear vision, and details. Scrutiny. Ain't that something that I said a big word? Did I say it right? Scrutiny. Because that's really what it all boils down to, right? Yeah. Ah. What is the spiritual lesson behind these rumors? What would you like Jungkook to know? Now, we can't let him know all that. Come on now. Stop playing. The Eagle King, the big picture, angelic help, they got you. Use a king, my friend. Use a king. And use a mighty king. Spirit got you. Use your intuition. That's how whomever you believe in, that's how they communicate with you. All right. Now, y'all thought we was done, didn't it? Didn't it? I had them country folks talk, didn't it? I'm gonna say them country folks. Knowing I'm from Texas, I'm country too. God damn. Been up north so long, don't think so. All right. So y'all, we got a double feature here. We got a double feature here. What's that double feature, Shy? Hold on, y'all. I got a light of incense. All right, so we got a double feature, and I thought this was a cool one, y'all. I did. Okay. I thought that one was a cool one. All right. And the person wanted to know Jungkook, his children, legacy, and family purpose. This is what they wanted to know. And I thought that was pretty cool. You know, let's see what comes out. Have a little fun here. Ooh, thank God it's Friday. For real. Like the week seemed went so slow to me. Okay, almost done. So, we're going to use the tattoo tarot to start it off. Let's see how this works out. So, the person who requested the reading wanted to know how many children will Jungkook have with his future spouse. And to do that, we're going to use the tattoo tarot. Okay. Let's see. See if we can get some up out here. Well, I'll tell you one thing. Look what we have at the bottom of the deck. We have a Queen of Coins. So we are talking about his future spouse. And you just saw me shuffle those cards up. And yeah, you're going to have some kids. You need a match. Okay. So he is a Virgo. So we're going to say he's going to be the King of Pentacles to her Queen of Pentacles. We're just going to say that. Oh my God, look, now we got the 9 of coins. Whoo-wee. What if they had 9 kids? That'd be crazy. Okay, here we go. How many children will Jungkook have with his future spouse? 3 cards, please, to tell us this. How many children will Jungkook have with his future spouse? How many children, please? Oh, come on. Now, I want to use the Lucid Dream, and that's for 2 cards. Same thing. What's at the bottom? Ooh. High Priestess, y'all. High Priestess. Ooh, followed by the Justice card. We got a lot going on now. How many children will John Cook have with his future spouse? Just 2 cards, please. Last card, you guys. It's at the bottom. No. How many children will John Cook have with his future spouse? All right. Let's turn it over and see, you guys, what we got. Interesting. So, before I say anything, I do a lot of readings. I do a lot of readings on John Cook. I do a lot of readings on BTS, period. But before I say anything, let me just double check. Yeah. So I just want to make sure I wasn't tripping. Okay. So when it comes to John Cook and how many children he will have with his future spouse, I often say it's a Queen of Swords here. And I don't like the Queen of Swords energy that often shows up in his reading, as well as other members from BTS. Okay. Now, this is it's the Queen of Swords, and in this particular deck, she's not the best. You know what I'm saying? I'm not feeling like this is his future spouse. I've never got this type. I did readings for his future spouse as well. I've never got this type of energy for him when it comes to his future spouse. But whoever this Queen of Swords is, let me tell y'all, let me just read a couple words what it says about this Queen of Swords. And this Queen of Swords says, fault finding. It talks about belittling. It talks about tough exterior with inner fragility or coldness, experience hardship, mourning, barren, widow, loneliness, separation, nasty attitude. I repeat, this is not the energy of his spouse, okay? I've done enough readings for him. His spouse don't have this energy. Whomever this Queen of Swords is the one who doesn't think it's a good idea for him to have children, okay? Whoever she is. I don't know who she is, but it's almost like every time a person wants to make one of these members from BTS, it seems like whenever they want to make a decision, this bride, she always shows up like, and her energy is never peaceful, it's never pleasant, it's never nice. And I noticed that. I noticed the patterns. You got to notice the patterns when I do these readings so much. And we're talking about how many children he will have. She would want to be the one to dictate how many children he have, if any. If any. But remember, early on when we talked, we had the magician. And I said he has all the tools necessary to produce and do whatever it is that he wants to do, especially when it comes to children. Let's talk about what this Six of Cups talks about here, because we already know what the magician is. Let's talk Let's talk about what the Six of Cups say. The Six of Cups talks about past connection. It talks about childhood memories. It talks about old relationships. It talks about joy and nostalgia, renewal, new cycles, harmonious networkship, positivities, favors, earns, and returns, and blessings passed on. Children are blessings. Um, I don't know whomever it is that he may have his children with. May be someone that he knows already. Doesn't have to be. Could just be someone he's very, very comfortable with, or when he meet him, he'll feel very comfortable with, or maybe it will be somebody from his past. The Six of Cups does always talk about childhood memories and past nostalgia, so it does talk about the past. Okay, so it's possible that whomever he conceived his children with may be somebody from the past. Okay, doesn't have to be, but just look at the order that the cards came in. And that could be a problem with this Queen of Swords. This Queen of Swords may not like this person from the past. You know, I don't know. But she's a bitch. It's because it specifically says cold-hearted person. Belittling even. All right. Let's see how many children they will have. I'm trying to get the answer. How many children they will have. We got the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands talks about standing your ground, boundaries, defending your position, challenging. Yup, this a chick right here. She gonna have to stand her ground when it comes to these kids, because of this bitch over here, because of this person over here. Yeah, that's the Seven of Wands, right? Yeah. Whomever this chick is over here, his future spouse, right here, is gonna have to stand her ground and defend her position, because whoever, I don't know if y'all can read that, but whoever this Queen of Swords is ain't gonna like that. But it ain't like she backing away. Let's see what this say. Three of Pentacles, collaboration, teamwork, shared goals, working and learning. Yep, pulling energy. Yeah. She'll have people that work with her to get through this, stand up for her. Yep, when it comes to these kids. She could have three. She could have three, you guys. Yeah, we got opportunities right here. She could have 3 kids, okay? Yeah. I'm looking at how this card is looking this way, and got these 3 people behind her. Like, you got to go through me, bitch, to get to my offspring, you know, my children. It's opportunities. There's definitely opportunities for her to have at least 3 kids. At least 3 kids. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's see. What will the energy of these children be like? What would the energy of these children be like? Well, let's see. Let's use the Tarot of Apocalypse. What will the energy of these 3 kids be like? Like their personalities, their gifts, their oral. All right, someone asked for 3 cards, okay. What's at the bottom? 2 of Pentacles, all right. Well, we did just have the Queen of Pentacles up there earlier. And was it the Queen of Pentacles? I can't remember. And the 9 of Pentacles, I think. But we got the 2 of Pentacles right here. Let's see. What will be the energy of these children's? What will the energy of these children's be like? So when it comes to Jungkook and his spouse, what energy how would their kids be? We got the 2 of Pentacles and Hermit. Okay. How would these 3 kids be? I mean, I say 3 kids. How will their children be? Can I get 3 cards? How will their children be? We're talking about personalities. We're talking about their gifts. We're talking about their aura. How would they be? Haha. I don't know why I picked that card. One thing for sure is they will be talented. We got the all gifted right here. So we want to know their personalities, their gifts, their aura. They will be talented. Whatever they're good at, they could definitely make a living out of it with the all gifted. Okay. The all gifted talks about a whole lot. Okay. A whole lot. Capable of doing a whole lot. All right. What about this one? Ooh, and they gonna be able to do it well. You got the all gifted followed by the sun card. Everybody sees the sun. Everybody sees the sun. They kids gonna be all that. Now I'm a little worried about this one over here. But somebody in their family, when it comes to the kids, are gonna outshine the other in some type of way. I don't know what way that is, but one of those children are gonna be very talented. Okay, very talented in whatever it is that they do. Even if they're just a doctor who comes up with a cure, or a doctor that have a motherfucker learn how to fly. I don't fucking know. Whatever it is that they're gonna do, they're gonna be like great at it. Discover something, do something. Now, what about this one over here? Yeah, that's why I wanted your punk ass. This is exactly why I left your punk ass over there. Because you get on my motherfucking nerves, bitch. This is why I did what I did. Well, Shay, what's the problem? We got this punk ass Queen of Swords showing up. Right? She's showing up again. And like I said, whenever there's something major going on with these people from BTS, this bitch always show up. And I know y'all think I'm just tripping, but I'm not. She always shows up. This Queen of Swords. Now, we read the energy for this Queen of Swords right here. All right. So let's read it. Let's read what they got to say in this particular book. So we got two Queen of Swords popping up, y'all. There go one. And then we had her right there earlier. Like, how you gonna pop up when we're talking about what the energy of these kids will be like? You want to try to come in and you can't control the parents, or you can't no longer control the parents, so you're going to try to come in and control the children. That's some monkey bullshit, and I don't like it. I just don't like it, because that's weird to me. Shit, weird. I don't like people like that. Oops, wrong way. Let's see if I can find it here. No, they're not gonna give it to me right there. So I guess to go to the back of the book, y'all. I don't know why they put the suits. I don't know why they put the people in the back of the book like that. You would think they would have it at the front with the rest of them, but no, they do not do it like that. I'm one of them people who's gonna write in and be like, hey, don't do that shit. Fuck wrong with you. Here we go. Let's see what she says. Let's see what's up with her. Here we go. It says a teacher, an advocate, a lawyer, a barrister, a guide, a debate, a philosophical who encourages knowledge in others and nurtures through the light of insight, the power of perception, the ability to see the truth through ignorance and deceit, a growth of knowledge, sharing insights with one's groups, others' groups, study emotional detachment, objectiveness, understanding of connections, and methods of inquiry. So she'll come in as, I just want to help. I've been down this road before. Let me guide you. I encourage you with knowledge and nurture you in the power of perception, the ability to see the truth in deceit, the growth of knowledge and understanding connections and method of inquiry. Okay, but the negative aspect of this Queen of Swords is a bitter, jealous, words used to bring the worst in people, lack of emotions, causing difficulties, somebody unprepared to express themselves, difficulties in learning, someone who's too shy to speak their mind, lack of confidence in one's idea. See what I'm saying? She will approach these children because even if it's not this same Queen of Swords right here that I'm getting for this energy up here, it'll have the same type of energy. Hi, my name is Chucky. Wanna play? Listen, we present themselves as, I'm here to help you. I want to get you over this threshold. I know what I'm doing. I've done this before. You know what I'm saying? But the first time a motherfucker do something that this Queen of Swords doesn't approve with, she'll turn into this bitter, jealous bitch right here. Yeah. You gotta protect your kids away from energies like that, because that'll fuck them up. So she's showing up right now as, I just want to help. And of course, that's how you would approach children, right? You know? I don't know. I just don't know. So, when it comes to the energy of these children, they're going to be talented and they're going to outshine a lot of motherfuckers with the Sun card being here. Okay? All right, let's talk about the Star Code right here. Just one card. What will the energy of these children be like? I can't make it up, y'all. We got the Sun card again. That's 2 kids. 18. Beloved Venus. Could be a girl. What will be the energy of these children? Cancer. Okay. I already know what this card means. Number 4 could be significant. Could be a water sign, doesn't have to be. Could be a Cancer specifically, doesn't have to be. This card right here, Cancer immersed, when it comes to how these children will be like, they'll be very intuitive. They'll be very in their emotions, but to the point where they won't necessarily know whose emotions is whose. Are they my emotions? Are they my friends' emotions? Are they my family emotions? Are they, whomever? They'll have a difficult time trying to figure out why they feel the way that they do. Are these my feelings or are these someone else's feelings? This is all what Cancer immerses is all about. This is basically what this card talks about. Knowing your feelings versus picking up on other people's feelings. That got a lot to do with the all gifted as well. There'll be things that they'll see, they'll hear, they'll know, and not even know why they hear, see, or feel it and know it. So they have to be able to understand, this is my feelings and this is that person's feelings, So that'll be something that they have to deal with until they learn how to control it. Yeah. give and receive. How will the energy of these children be like when it comes to John Cook and his spouse? How will the energy of the children be like via these cards? One card, please. How will the energy be like? Good. We got number 31. And 31 means it talks about live out loud. Okay? They're not going to want to be in nobody's box. They're going to want to make a name for themselves. You'll have one who's more introvert, but will show themselves with people they trust. You'll have one who will just be out there. That'll just be out there, you know, and not really care about what nobody else thinks. So they may have an introvert and an outrovert, okay, energies, all right? One will be more calm versus the other one. It'd be interesting if they had twins, because I'm almost picking up on Gemini energy for some reason. Yeah, or they could have their kids could be air signs or something of that nature. All right, let's see. Will John Cook children bring something important to the world? This is a good question. Will John Cook children bring something interesting to the world? I thought that was real interesting when I had first read that question. Remember, y'all, I do those personal readings too. Come get them while they still free, because they're not going to be free forever. So on top of these readings, the celebrity readings and the zodiac readings, I also do the private personal readings as well. If you're interested in them, they're free. Okay, for now. So you better get them while they're free. All right. So here we go, y'all. Will John Cook children bring something important to the world? 3 cards, please. Will they bring something important to the world? Wisdom. Will they bring something important to the world? 1 card, please. Will John Cook children bring something interesting? No. Will John Cook children bring something important to the world? Will John Cook children bring something important to the world? And this is the astrology deck by Lisa Stardust. Will John Cook children bring something important to the world? Okay, let's read what it says. First, I want to read this. The Lisa Stardust cards. Will they bring something important to the world? It says, the black moon, Lilith, is the geometric point in space where the moon is the farthest from the sun in the transit. This point changes zodiac signs approximately every 9 months. Black moon Lilith represents wild, feminine energy and understanding. Its placement in your birth chart will help you better understand your sexuality, including repressed fantasies, fetishes, and compulsions. Black Lilith can also shed light on your addictive tendencies when it comes to love, romance, and dancing. This is interesting. You want to know what's crazy? I don't know. I don't know what these cards are finna say, but the question at hand is, will Jungkook children bring something important to the world? With this card coming out, the only thing that I'm getting right now so far is bringing to the world of no longer going by the rules that was set cultures or generations ago. It seems like I said, I don't really know their culture too well. You know, what is acceptable, what is non-acceptable, what you can do and what you can't do. But I feel like one of them are gonna be like someone who stands up and goes against the grain. You know, a lot of other people may feel this way too, but they won't say nothing because of how they've been brought up. So this person right here could be what they call the black sheep. Could be the black sheep, but gather all the other black sheeps. You see what I'm saying? And make them feel just as pure as all the rest of the sheeps. Something to that extent. All right. Wow. Isn't that interesting? Remember earlier just doing his reading? And I said the Eagle King, the big picture. See? When it comes to the importance, um, something that the children will bring, you know, here we go. The Eagle King. He had the Eagle King. Jungkook had the Eagle King earlier. The Eagle King, the big picture, energetic help, the big picture, looking at the world for what it is, you know, the big picture. Okay. Sometimes we only look at things as certain type of viewpoints, but it be bigger than that. And sometimes people like to put everybody inside of a box, and it's whoever these children are going to be, they're not going to no longer want to be in a box. They're going to be a generation that's different and moving different and speaking different. It's like the rules will go out the door. Okay? What's traditionally done will no longer be traditionally done, you know? And they'll have a following that supports them because of the way that they were brought up and they understand it. Like, yeah, I did this because I was told I was supposed to, but I was never cool with it. This was put upon me. Yep. What about this one? Yep. We got the Connive of Cups. Okay, this is a page. This is a page right here. We look at these as kids here. Got that High Priestess coming out again. Remember we had the High Priestess earlier. Intuitive. Speaks the truth. Speak the truth to those who need to hear it and those who don't. In the Eight of Cups. Yup. That's why I read it this way. The Eight of Cups talks about loss. What are you losing? The way of thinking from the past, walking away from nothing that no longer, some things that no longer serves you. That's what the Eight of Cups are. That's why I read it backwards. Your intuition, what you feel is right, not what nobody else feel is right. You making new moves, new strides in the world. You seeing the big picture. You changing things up with the Black Moon Lilith. That's how these kids gonna be, I'm telling you. That's how these kids gonna be. They not gonna be what people expect them to be. For real. In a traditional sense is what I'm saying. Yeah. They gonna break the code. If at least one of them for sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's see. Let's what is Jungkook like as a father? What will he be like as a father? This is gonna be interesting. What's at the bottom? Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords talks about self-imposed imprisonment in thoughts. See what I'm saying? Self-imposed imprisonments in thoughts. Powerless victim trapped. This is how he more than likely felt as a kid, right? And then we got the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, it's lost. Can I get 3 cards? What is Jungkook like as a father? What is he like as a father? What will he be like as a father to his children? What would Jungkook be like as a father to his children? Look, we got the page of wands right here. You look at the pages, that's the kids, right? Look what we have, y'all. What the fuck? Oh, shit, y'all. Oh, man. Hold on, y'all. I gotta get down. These are, what the fuck? That's the money. Ugh, the money cards fell. How dare you? How dare you fall? How dare you fall on the floor like that, motherfucker? Sorry, y'all. Ugh. Ugh. Money cards fell. All right. Okay. All right. So, I don't know how fuck y'all just felt like that, but put you right there. All right, so when it comes to how he will be as a father, we have 7 of Swords. And let's talk about what the 7 of Swords talks about. The 7 of Swords talks about betrayal. It talks about deception, getting away with something, theft, dishonesty, sneakiness, cunning, strategy. We have the 9 of Wands right here. It talks about perseverance, resilience, test of faith, the final push, boundaries, last standing, growth, close to success, and fatigue. So when it comes to how he will be as a father, oh, they gonna give him a run for his money. They're gonna give him a run for his money only because he's gonna want them to be a certain way, and they're not gonna want to be that way. So in his eyes, he'll feel as if they're being cunning and sneaky and dishonest and betraying him and everything it is that he's been trying to provide for them. But they gonna take a stand and do whatever it is that they need to do as individuals, as teenagers, you know? And then it all works out because we got the Lovers right here, okay? And it says, divine love, a deep soul connection, harmony, relationship, value, balance, and unity. It ain't gonna be picture perfect. It never is. But with the Lovers here, he's gonna love his kids anyway, regardless of all the bullshit they gonna put him through. And they gonna put him through some bullshit. I'm telling you. They're gonna, however many, is gonna put him through some bullshit. But that's okay. That's part of life. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we got that Page of Wands. And what does that Page of Wands talk about? Excitement, adventure, fresh ideas, cheerfulness, energetic, fearlessness, discovery, young spirit, limited potential, extrovert. We talked about that earlier. You know, they're going to want to experience things. They're going to be fearless. Okay? Young spirit. They want to discover things. But they can't discover things if you try to keep me from living life and doing things traditionally, and that's not what I want to do. They're gonna fight back with the Nine of Wands. But ultimately, with the Lovers, he's gonna still love his children. Yep. It ain't gonna be easy. It's not gonna be easy. But it'll be okay. Yep, it's gonna be okay. Alright. Let's see here. What else we got? Let's see. Oh, they have hurt me. Yeah, they gonna hurt your ass. That's what kids do. Duh. They have hurt me. Uh-huh. Yeah, you gonna cry at night. You damn right you gonna cry at night. Your parents cried at night too. What is Jungkook like as a father? One card. We almost done, y'all. What is Jungkook like as a father? I can't make you happy. Ain't that how we always feel about our kids? I can't make you happy. Yeah. You're gonna feel like I give you this, I give you that, and you're still not satisfied. Because, Dad, I got to give myself what it is that I want. I thank you and I appreciate you for that. But I have to give myself what it is that I need, not what it is that you feel that I need. I don't understand. Well, your parents never understood you either. That's just the way it goes. All right. We almost done. What is the energy of Jungkook and his future spouse as parents? What is the energy of them as parents, both of them? So Jungkook and his future spouse, what is the energy? How will, what's at the bottom? We got very soon. A past life relationship. You've known each other before. I said they probably know each other already. I don't know, spiritually or really in real life. How will Jungkook and his future spouse be as parents? How will they be as parents? 2 cards, please. How will they be as parents? Boat. Receiving what you need, progress, arriving, moving on, closure issues. The Phoenix, new phase, rekindle, renewal, transition, growth, changed mind. Yeah, not gonna agree with what the kids want all the time, but eventually they're gonna do what they want to do. The more you fight them, the more they're gonna get the energy to do it more. Yep. How will Jungkook and his future spouse be as parents? Never give up on something you really want. Aww. Gotta remember that. Last card. How will Jungkook and his future spouse be as parents? All right, y'all, here we go. Let's see what we got going on here. Keep an open mind. You and your soulmate, different from your usual type and expectations. So when it comes to how they will be as parents, um, may differ from your usual expectations. They're not gonna they should not be as traditional parents are. And because they more than likely will want to be traditional parents, they need to keep an open mind about this, how they go about this. Because what worked for them may not necessarily work for their children, how they parent their children. Codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Yeah, because they're gonna realize that they can't change certain things that they feel like they should be able to change. They're more than likely will have a moment where they may to cope with certain things when it comes to their children. They may do certain things in order for them to cope with them feeling as if the children are not doing what it is that they feel that they should do. Okay, what that copinism is, I'm not going to say it's this, that, or whatever, but what I can tell you is it's going to have an effect on their relationship if they could just know right now that this is all part of the process. You can't fight against the process, you just have to let it be. But they're not going to realize that part yet until they do. Clock. Needs time, takes time, cycle time to heal. See what I'm saying? It's the truth. You don't need cars for this when it comes to kids. That's just how they are. The runner. Codependency relationship, fear, intimacy, listening to ego. This right here, as far as how they'll be as parents, what did I say earlier? The more you try to make them children do something they don't want to do, they're going to run away from it and do what it is that they're going to want to do. And that's where you're going to feel like, oh, they being sneaky, they being deceptive, this, whatever the fuck the word is, it's a bad word, okay? They doing stuff they ain't got no business doing. They being deceitful, okay? Disobedient, okay? But that's really not what it is. The more you push them, the more they're going to run away. Yeah? What is this? The more loving and caring you give yourself, the more loving and caring you have to give to others. Yeah? Just take care of yourself and everything else will play out the way that it's supposed to be. Yeah? Kids are tricky. I got 8 of them. I know. I know. They weird as fuck, man. All right. So, we almost done. Let's talk about what will Jungkook and his future spouse invest their time and money in? What would they invest their time and money in? All right, so we're going to use them damn cards that fell on the floor to kind of figure that out, okay? So we're going to use the career and money cards first to see what they will invest their money in. Since they fell on the floor, they was already pre-shuffled, but since they fell on the floor, I'm going to just shuffle here. What will Jungkook and his future spouse invest their money and time in? Spirit, can I get 2 cards, please? What would they invest their time? What would they invest their time and money in? This is the career money. Saving money over time. What will they invest their time? His future spouse, Jungkook and his future spouse. What will they invest their time and money in? 2 cards, please. Whoa, look at that, y'all. Wait, fuck. Ah, damn it. Did it go over here? Damn it. It was earth sign. It was fucking earth sign. I know I saw it. Come on. You wasn't that fucking far away. It wasn't that far away. It was not. Fuck you. Anyway. What will Jungkook and his future spouse invest their time and money in? Just one card, please. All right, here we go, y'all. Let's see. Let's see what they're going to invest their time and money in. Light bulb. Lucrative ideas, new income sources, inspiration, entrepreneurship, new job, creative work. It's good. Opening up some type of businesses, having ideas. Yeah, inspiration. They're going to have a lot of ideas of what to do with their money. Small increase, valuable info, honest assessments, fresh start, steady work, career building. They're never going to stop making money. They're never going to stop making money. Nope. They're going to do whatever it is they feel that they need to do to keep that money coming, that longevity of money. We got career, this is the career. It says credit repair, okay? They're gonna always make sure that their credit is good in order for them to build and invest in the things that they want to. What else? Spending. Yeah, they're gonna spend some money. They're gonna spend money and invest in different things that they need to do in life. Takes money to make money, okay? So that goes hand in hand. What about this? Intimacy. They're gonna invest in having them damn babies too. Intimacy, sexual chemistry. Yeah, they're gonna be doing their thing. Wow. We just about done, y'all. What is the spiritual purpose of Jungkook's future family? Celestial alignment is supposed to happen. Yep, it's supposed to happen. Yeah. And that's the truth. Celestial alignment, and that's the truth. I said it's supposed to happen. There go the truth right there. What is the spiritual purpose of Jungkook and his future family? What is the spiritual purpose of it? Ask your guides. What is the spiritual purpose of Jungkook's future family? What is the spiritual purpose? One more card, y'all. What is the spiritual purpose? It was a chicken tacos. I only wanted one card, but here we go. This card keeps coming out. Let's read this card. You know this give and receive card that came out 3 times in this reading. Let's talk about number 10 could be significant when it comes to his family, his wife, his children. And it talks about air element. It says reset your harmonic balance. You are out of alignment. The sacred scale commands you to give and receive. If you receive without giving, you are selfish and out of alignment. If you give without receiving, you are stuck in the mundane and out of alignment. It says giving and receiving is the spiritual law. The spell work, give time, money, service, resources, and the good vibes. If you are generous giver, cultivate a practice of receiving, giving in the sacred feminine principle that makes many uncomfortable. Receive compliments, joy, support, pleasure, friendship, money, love. They are all the same in spirit. I give easily and feel freely. I receive freely and easily. Okay? So when it comes to the spiritual purpose of Jungkook's family future, it's all about giving and receiving. And whenever this dynamic is not in a giving and receiving, it's going to be out of alignment and it's going to be out of balance. Okay? Know that. We have decisions. Number 11. Yep. when it comes to the spiritual purpose of Jungkook and his future family, there's going to be a lot of decisions that has to be made. There's going to be a lot of decisions that has to be made. God damn it, shut up! Shut up, boss! Shut up! There's going to be a lot of decisions that have to be made, and everybody's not going to always be happy with those decisions that need to be made when it comes. Huh? Fuck! That's why he barking? All right, here I come. God damn. Well, okay, sorry about the interruption. Sorry about that. Did the motherfucker call me? Hold on, let me see if the motherfucker called me. I'm on my way. Yeah, they did. Fuck. 8 minutes ago. My bad, sorry about that. Okay, so where were we at? Oh yeah, there's gonna be a lot of decisions that needs to be made when it comes to the children with the future. Yeah, a lot of decisions that needs to be made, and I don't think the parents are gonna always agree with those decisions, but it'll be okay. Now, I only wanted 2 angel answers, but I got I only wanted 1, but I got 2. So let's see what they say. Yep, see? With this decision card being right here, and when it comes to what the spiritual purpose of their family future, reconsider, like unlikely and reconsider, right? When it comes to decisions that needs to be made, it's gonna be unlikely that the father agrees, the mother agrees, and then when it comes to the children, they're gonna have to reconsider certain things that these children may want, and that's why the decision card is here. Yeah. Now, let's talk about what the future timeline energy look like for the children, okay, in the family. Just 1 card. I mean, just 1 deck. Let's see. Can I get the future timeline energy for the children in the family life? Can I get the future timeline and energy of the children? 2 more cards, please. 1 more. Thank you. Bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Wands. And the Ace of Wands talks about new projects, inspiration, ignited passion, new opportunities, growth, potential, energy, creativity, spark, and intuitive enthusiasm. All right. So let's see what that timeline looks like. All right. We got those pages. We got those pages. Those pages talks about witty, communicative, vigilant, curious, mental, alert, thirsty for knowledge, chatter, restlessness, inspired, and messenger. That's that page of swords right there. Yep. Talking about the future timeline energy for the children. Anytime I see these pages, I always think about children. Followed by the Queen of Swords. Independent, intelligent, honest, fair, clear boundaries, direct communication, constructive criticism, objective and legal. So here we go again. The Queen of Swords has popped up again in 3 different tarot decks when it comes to him and his children and his family dynamic. I don't know who. It didn't come out in a reverse. Okay, because if it would have said manipulative. I can't say it right now. But I don't feel like you would present yourself like that at first glance. What about this one? And then we have the 4 of Cups right here. And the 4 of Cups talks about contemplation. It talks about feeling unfulfilled and missed opportunities and indifferences. Yeah, and discontent. See, when it comes to the future energy of the children in the family life, this Queen of Swords is going to have to get out the way. I don't care what position she comes in, because I don't feel like her motives is good. Because if you come in as the Queen of Swords, as independent, intelligent, and honest, and fair, why would the next card come out and be indifference, malarkey, okay, discontentment, missed opportunities, and feeling unfulfilled? Because it's what she wants. It's what she wants. Whoever this energy is of this Queen of Swords, is what she wants. What's good for her, not necessarily good for the family, not necessarily good for the parents. It's what she wants. We got the Page of Swords right here for kids showing up. But it's all good, because with this Ace of Wands, new projects, inspiration, ignited passion, and new opportunities, growth, and potential, okay? It's going to be all right when it comes to the timeline, all right? With that being said, this has been a double feature, okay? This has been a double feature for Jungkook here. Jungkook. How does Jungkook feel about the hate he receives? And Jungkook's, his future children, legacy, and family purpose. Let's look at who's next. Let's see here. Who's next? Okay. So the next person who will be getting a reading will be, okay, this one is going to be for Jimin and Irene. Jimin and Irene. What is the past energy between Jimin and Irene? And after Jimin and Irene is Walker, Scobell, and Leah Sava Jeffries. So those are the next 2 ones up. Followed by, I don't know who, I can't even pronounce, Bacardi, like Bacardi and Neimer Jr., Baruna, Bacardi, Neimer Jr. So those are the next 3 readings that are up, you guys, in case you're wondering. And remember, anybody can request a reading on any celebrity. If you see the little eyeballs, that lets me know that I got you and you're in queue to have your reading done. Remember, I also do private readings on the side. You can email me with your questions about what it is that you want to know. They are free for now, so get them while they're hot, okay? With that being said, I appreciate you guys, and I'm out.